moment from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as
And AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, that was awesome. A first full weekend of NFL playoffs, and all but one of them went right down to the wire. And they were all one-score games, and they were all come from behind, last second, last minute. I mean, you're hanging on the edge of your seat, and you will have a new champion. You will have some new coaches. You will have a new way of thinking, potentially. But, boy, do we got a lot to look back on. And what a weekend of NFL football. And it was just the first one. Good morning, of the playoffs, anyway. Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great football weekend. I know you did. It started off with a blowout on Friday. Oh, Oregon. How'd that feel? Indiana's legit. Hope you have tickets to the playoff, because if you don't, they're going to cost you a bunch. The championship game in Miami. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. How you living?
What'd it do?
You all right?
Hanging in there.
All right. How was you had a rough one on Saturday, man. What about women? The men go up and just beat the living stuffing out of Air Force Academy on Saturday afternoon, and at the same time in the pit, I gotta believe that's a huge surprise. Nevada came in and beat the Lady Lobos 16. I'm sorry, I was looking at a different score, 70-61.
Very disappointing. Not where the Lobos that they're going to be heading into the matchup at San Diego State on Wednesday, and it's a credit to Nevada. They were a little bit bigger across the board at every position, and it showed.
That's got to be
40 minutes. They just controlled everything.
Really?
Yes.
This was a team that was coming off a win at Colorado State, and you thought, all right, maybe they're contending for the league championship, and then they come in reality slapped them right in the face.
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do. They want to be talked about like UNLV or San Diego State.
Well, they get to go to San Diego this week. Meanwhile, the men were up there just pummeling Air Force, toying with the academy. Jake Hall with another 24 spot. They did whatever they wanted and just pumped an academy team, an Air Force team, the largest Mountain West road win in Lobo history, second largest win in Mountain West play ever. That was that 27 years or something that they've been doing it. So we'll get there as well. The story's the NFL, and we will have a new champion. You can decide which you think is the biggest game. Is it the Bills coming from behind and Josh Allen staying alive? Is it the Rams finding a way in Carolina? Is it New England? I thought the biggest one is the one, maybe the biggest upset, and it's the Niners beating the Eagles. As beat up as the Niners are going in, and we're going to have a new champion. That A.J. Brown and Nick Sirianni, the head coach, bark at each other, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't. I watched it when Brady does it, when Mahomes does it, it's fiery. When A.J. Brown does it, he's a malcontent. So that stuff doesn't bother me. But what's got to bother you as an Eagle fan is the result. Is the fact that the Niners, as beat up as they were, came into your place and KO'd you. And we will have a new champion. And now the talk about is Sirianni coming back? Is A.J. Brown coming? I don't know how A.J. Brown comes back. He didn't talk to the media afterwards. JJ, to me, of all the results, and they're all big because it's a playoff, so everyone is big, right? Everyone's huge. But to me, the biggest story has to be the defending champs going out in the first round.
Especially with San Francisco losing another player.
Yeah,
George Kittle
goes
going
out
down with the Achilles injury early in that one. You're at home, and the Eagles have been rough around the edges all year long, but they found a way. They're a double-digit win team hosting a playoff game against the walking wounded that is San Francisco, and you just see more of the issues, long stretches of not being successful offensively. In sports, you're going to have lulls, but it's when the lull is like an entire half, or the lull is not able to make a play at home. That's what matters, because you're not – we talk about this a lot, and you're not going to be up 20 points at halftime, win the game by 40. The other team's going to come back at some point in time. But for the Eagles, it was a constant all year long where there's just stretches where you're just wondering why this team can look so bad for so long. And I'm with you on A.J. Brown. If you've ever watched sports, as we all have, you see people yelling at each other on the sidelines. But it's also a total picture with A.J. Brown of just never being happy. They're winning the Super Bowl, not being happy. There weren't easy catches on the go routes, but that's why he's getting paid.
The one down the middle, you just got. I'm sorry, man. There's some of them where you're a high.
But that's why you're getting paid over $100 million is to reach out and make that play. You have the ball go through your hands, so of course you're going to eat it more so than anyone else because you've been the most vocal person on that offense about how it's not working.
Yeah, are they easy? Man, it's easy to sit on your couch with a beer in your hand and chips and crumbs in your lap and say, you know, that's easy. You got to catch that. But we've all watched it for long enough. We know what should be caught and what wow, that would be really tough. The last one, JJ, with all due respect, you have got to catch the football.
I'm talking about the deep shots now.
Yeah, I'm talking about the third down play.
Yeah, it went right through his hands.
Went right through his hands in the biggest moment. And it's funny, just as the announcers are saying, was that Nance and Romo on that game? They haven't gone to A.J. Brown since whenever they go to him.
That was a Brady.
It was the Brady game?
Fox game.
All right, whoever it was. But they're talking about how they hadn't gone to him, and they go to him right there in the big moment, and it goes right through his hands. And you can see Jalen Hurts going boom, and so the next play they go to Goddard because he knows Goddard's going to catch the football. I'm sorry, dude, you got to catch the ball. I think it's going to behoove everybody for him to be somewhere else. Now, I don't know who's going to take that contract. That's why that's going to be really hard to move. They're going to have to eat some of that money, right? They're going to have to pay. Like let's just say, pick a team. I don't care. He gets traded to the Raiders. He gets traded to Buffalo. I don't care. The Eagles are going to have to eat some of that money. They're going to have to pay some of his deal just to get rid of him, aren't they?
We shall see, because they were very adamant that they don't want to give up on talent, and that's why A.J. Brown was still there. But now when your season ends in the first round of the playoffs, it feels a little bit different.
Yeah, it's easy to say that when you're winning, right? It's easy to say that when you got a ring on your finger. It's easy to say that when you're raising a trophy. It's easy to say, yeah, we're not going to give up on talent. We can deal with it. You can deal with anything because the cure-all to everything is winning. The absolute elixir to all your problems is hoisting trophies. Going out in the first round at home to a team that is beat to tarnation. I give it to the Niners, man. Give it to the Niners. They're tough to knock out. And as much as I think Josh Allen might be the best player in football. Can I give you another guy who might be the best player in football? Christian McCaffrey. And we were all over. I don't know who the MVP is. It's going to be Stafford. We were Jonathan Taylor earlier. What Christian McCaffrey did this year, and this is a guy who's been injured, right? You stayed off of him in your fantasy draft 2 years ago, right? You had the number 1 pick. That was the year he got hurt. You got lucky on that. But this
Drafted
is the guy
him this year.
You did this year, and this is the guy who, while everybody was falling around, from Purdy to Kittle to the whole receiver room was down at some point, to the entire defensive line, it feels like. And I the guy's amazing. He's not huge. He runs through you, runs by you. He catches the ball. He runs through the tackles. He runs around the edges. I mean, look, who's the best player in football? It's hard to say that because different players do different things. It's not like a basketball player. They're relatively similar, although a point guard's different than a center. So, I mean, what's the best skill? Is it an edge rusher? Is it a linebacker? Is it a cornerback? Is it a quarterback? Is it a running back? But if you're going to tell me who's the most impactful, yeah, Josh Allen to me. But isn't Christian McCaffrey right there?
Absolutely. He had the 6th most receptions of anyone in the NFL this year.
And he was running back.
As a running back. The 23rd most receiving yards because they couldn't run the football at all this season. But he's their most dynamic weapon that's always on the field. And he has been the guy this season that is what everyone fell in love with, in Carolina, which is why San Francisco gave up what they did to acquire him.
When he's healthy, he is that. Now, I thought the rash of injuries over those 2 years, man, I didn't think that guy was ever coming back to being that guy. I thought he would be good. You know what? He's that guy. He came, I mean, as far as my eyes tell me, what I watched all season long and watched him yesterday again, that guy's all the way back to being, I think he's the best back in the league. And you want to tell me about best players in the NFL? I mean, we can go Myles Garrett, what he does, and Josh Allen, what he does. And guys, I mean, is there a better running back, period? Jonathan Taylor's really good, and Saquon Barkley's really good. I mean, give me that guy in San Francisco when he's healthy. And the fact that he came back from all those injuries, and I will argue he's as good as there is at what he does, period, in the NFL, as impactful as anybody in the NFL, period.
Are there better running backs? Yes. Are there better? He is in the most dynamic player conversation.
So if you had a running back to play right now, who would you take?
Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, I would take this guy.
Now, is that an offensive line thing or not? He's just hasn't been able to run on through the tackles consistently.
Yeah, nor is Brian Robinson or anybody else. Right, and I think it is an offensive line thing because in the past he has been able to do that. Now, is that different? But those guys can't get out on the edge and catch the ball.
Yeah, McCaffrey he's like the Puka Nacua. Just this dynamic, dependable, ball in his hands is going to make fun.
I thought that was the most impactful victory of the weekend. And we're going to go through all of them. That doesn't diminish what Chicago did. It doesn't diminish what Buffalo did. Doesn't diminish what the Rams or the Patriots did. But that's just, as far as I'm concerned, the most impactful because, well, A, you had a road dog who was beat up and lost another star go across the country and win, and B, they knocked out the defending champs. We're going to get into the Rams. We're going to get into the Bills and the Patriots. We got one tonight. We had one Friday night where Indiana undressed the Ducks. 56-22 doesn't even begin to tell the story of what happened Friday night at the Peach Bowl in Atlanta. 505-246-0610 is how to get here today. 505-246-0610. Your emails come in, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the X, it's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, the OD and the AM. Adrian is in today. He is producing on television. You can watch the show today and every day over on Comcast or Xfinity Channel 26, on our Facebook page and on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. When we come back, we're going to dive through this NFL stuff. I want your thoughts. Bears fans, Packer fan, how did that happen? That was the one, if there's anybody out there right now, maybe Panther fan a little bit, but Packer fan, you're the one who's got to be going, what the hell just happen there. 505-246-0610. Guys, feeling a little tired? Got this New Year thing going, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to get that new you back, or maybe the old you back, the one that used to feel good. Maybe you're struggling with losing muscle, struggling to focus, not feeling like yourself, tired, gaining weight, just lost your edge. All of these could be signs of low testosterone or hormone imbalance. The team at Vita Vital Medical is here to help. They are Albuquerque's experts specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED solutions, and peptide therapy. These will all help you restore strength, energy, confidence, and performance. Translation, you will feel better. You're going to feel like you again. They're local. They know what works, and they help you get back in the game with a program focused on you. They take the time to understand your goals. This isn't one of those where you walk in the door, okay, how you feeling? How old are you? How much do you weigh? Okay, here's your treatment. Not how this works. They listen to you, listen to what's going on with your body. How do you feel? Why do you feel that way? How do you want to feel? What are your goals? And then they create a plan tailored to you. Don't sit on the sidelines anymore. Take action today and feel better now. Here's the number, 505-240-8559. 505-240-8559. Or visit VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David A, V-I-T as in Thomas A-L, VitaVitalMedical.com. Get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health experts.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
we would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
AM 610, the sports animal.
What a weekend, huh? Sat around and watched a little footy, did you? We all did. Maybe mixed in some basketball. Caught the Lobos going up to Colorado Springs for a 91-49 victory. Got this text. Now is the time in college basketball season when you have to introduce new wrinkles to keep winning. To me, it seems like the Lobos can introduce a high-low post game with Chol and Bullion to get more effective scoring in the post. Great trip for the Lobos, Colorado. Nobody looked past Air Force, which has been a problem for the past 3 years. Yeah, I'd say they didn't look past them, huh?
Not at all.
You know what the beauty of having a brand new everything is? They don't know what happened. They can listen to it. Maybe they read grammar and hear about Clune Gloom and whatever and all these things. But they none of them were there last year or the year before. None of them have lost or had a letdown before the break or lost at Air Force or whatever all these things that fans worry about and you remember about. And so the beauty of having this brand new club and being led by freshmen, and by the way, the only team of 365 Division I teams in America who have 3 freshmen averaging in double figures. You know why? Bullion is a freshman, but it's hard for me. I know I'm supposed to be really, really, really in love with that stat. Is it wrong that I struggle because Bullion's 23 years old and played pro basketball? I don't want to hate on the stat, and I technically he's a freshman, but is it hard for me to hate on just not fall in love with that as much as everybody else does?
I'm with you. Feels weird.
Right?
Yeah. It would be different. This was an 18-year-old doing it.
Like Hall and Tannett, right? Jake Hall, Uriah Tannett are fresh out of high school freshmen. That's what a freshman is. What is Bullion, 22, 23, whatever he is? The guy who played pro ball. I mean, and God bless him, dude. He's terrific. But he's a freshman that was granted like 1 year, right? Remember when he cleared the NCAA clearinghouse or whatever it was to make sure that he was eligible to play back in August-ish? And I'm pretty certain he was not given 4 full years, correct?
He wasn't given 4 full years. And this is one where, I've talked to some people about it because the story the last couple weeks, the Baylor kid that came over and people are screaming
the
about
one
it.
who was drafted? Yeah.
But he never played.
Yeah.
Played overseas.
I know.
And I'm like, you're screaming about that, dude. Well, guess what? Your starting center won't be here then.
Yeah, I mean, scream all you want. I don't like it either, by the way. Like as a rule. I don't love the fact that you can play pro ball somewhere and then come back and play college basketball. Well, Jeff, college basketball is pro ball. Yeah. But I'm not in love with it. But the Lobos are playing well within the rules because those are the current rules and they're beneficiary. I just, the tag freshman to me, and I don't know what else you would call it, right? I imagine if the NCAA said we have granted you 2 years of eligibility, then you would be a junior. Well, yeah, what'd you do your freshman and sophomore year? Well, I played pro ball. Right? I don't know how else to tag it, and I understand it. So technically, it's a stat, and it's a real stat, and it's and by the way, I don't want to take anything away from them, and I give all the credit in the world to Eric Olin and that staff for going out and finding these young men. Can we agree that Tannett and Hall and what they're doing are spectacular for freshmen in an era where everybody, it feels like, is in the portal to get good? Now, how am I going to get good now? I got to get in the portal. And look, this whole team was built with the portal. But he went out and found freshmen in Tannett, in Hall, Bullion. Yeah, I'm fine with it. But how about those two as absolute true freshmen? And Daniel Ferris says this all the time. my partner when I do Lobo games, and I'm going to get one tomorrow night against Grand Canyon. He said this really since the first game we saw. He said Jake Hall does not play like an 18-year-old freshman. He's got the savvy of the old dude at the YMCA, and maybe even that same game of that guy. But and Daniels told him that straight up. You're not 18 years old, man. I want to see your ID. Right? He's a different mentality 18-year-old. Tannet's got just crazy talent, and I think he's got court savvy and is a good player. But Hall's a different cat, isn't he?
There's a confidence, and he gets that from the coaching staff, and what Eric Olin and the entire staff has instilled in these freshmen is don't look over your shoulder. Trust yourself, make the play, miss your shot. Okay, you're going to get an opportunity to take another one.
Yeah, and like you said, I know Jake Hall can make shots. All right, 505-246-0610 is how to get here. I want to get into the playoffs this weekend. And what was the biggest one? Again, I think that Niners' victory over Philly was big. The Bears coming back again on Green Bay. If you're a Packer fan, aren't you sitting back going, how the hell did we give up 25 points in the fourth quarter?
Oh, yeah. Same thing for one drive. One drive in the second half.
And Jordan Love got the ball back, and I thought Jordan Love was going to do something at the end. And you were saying last week, every one of these quarterbacks has something on, right? Every single one of them has something to prove. It's the playoffs. It's that time of year. And I don't know if it says, this is all in Jordan Love, because I thought the guy threw 4 touchdowns, didn't throw an interception, threw for 323 yards. It's a pretty damn good day, isn't it?
It's a darn good day on the road.
So how do you assess that? And I mean, when you look at it, is it just that's what the Bears do? They come back and beat people?
There's an element of that, and I'm looking at the defense, too.
Hell yes, you are.
Like it's a team game.
I mean, that defense, and just because Micah Parsons went down, you can't play the whole thing there. Does Matt LaFleur get fired for this? I would think that would be a huge mistake if they fire Matt LaFleur.
No, according to Adam Schefter, they're going to look at extending his contract. He's heading into the final year of his deal, which I get it. You lose, everyone wants to fire the head coach. I understand that. That's the talking head fan thing about it, but I also am not immediately of John Harbaugh's out there, let's hire him because he just got fired for what everyone wants to fire their coach for.
Exactly.
For underperforming. So let's take a breath.
But there's places where he isn't upgraded. I'm not sure I believe that Green Bay's that spot. Of any of these playoff places, I thought McDermott, if they didn't win, and they did, in Buffalo, he was going to get fired. I thought Harbaugh might end up there. And I'm not certain that if the Broncos beat him next week, it still doesn't happen. If Harbaugh's still on the market by next Monday. How about the MVP? That would be Matthew Stafford.
Not Drake May?
All the metrics tell me Matthew Stafford. Every metric tells me Matthew Stafford. A late comeback drive. He threw for 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Puka Nacua had 10 catches. On the road, Jeff, they were 10-point favorites. Look, let me just tell you something about the playoffs. Everybody's playing for their life. Everybody's pretty good at this point. Well, Carolina's 8-9. Okay. I thought that was a really impressive win on the road. I don't care what the spread was. You survive in advance. The Rams got hit in the face and were able to take a shot and come back. I thought it was a big win. And I'm going to tell you this, too. I like that if you're a Rams fan, I like that they got to go to Chicago instead of Seattle next week. Don't you?
Yep.
All right, let's go do this. 505-246-0610. James, good morning. Bruin James, you're on the Sports Animal. Hello, James.
Hey, good morning, guys. I got 2 things, okay? They're both quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And, first of all, I want to congratulations to San Francisco 49ers.
That's hard.
That was pretty bad. That was awesome. Brock Purdy, I would take that man, and I would put him in my foxhole with me, and we would, I would love to have that guy in my foxhole. Okay, that being said, the quarterback from Oregon, man, I'm telling you, this guy threw the game. He threw the game. And then Jalen Hurts from Philadelphia. This guy, what is his problem? What is this? I don't understand. He's a prima donna. I don't get it. He don't want to run the ball. I mean, he's back there. those, if there's nothing there, run gain 7 yards, And I don't get that guy. If I'm Philadelphia, I'm looking to trade him because he's just he's a head case. So, and I would trade for Brock Purdy. But anyway, guys, you guys have a good one, and go Bruins.
I don't think Brock Purdy's on the market. Pretty sure he's not on the market. Didn't you sign for north of $50 million and the Niners are in the second round of the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure he's not on the market. All right, when we get back, I want to get into the Rams game. I want to get into what the Patriots did to the Chargers because they're the Chargers. Packer fan, let's go. I know you're there. I want to hear from you today as well. 505-246-0610. NFL first week of playoffs was spectacular. Hey, thinking about getting engaged? Remember, or maybe you've been engaged. Remember the kind of scariest thing was not just buying the ring, but is she going to love the ring? Is she going to like it? How do you know she's going to love that ring? John Thomas Jewelers is taking that fear away from you because they've invented the no regrets engagement. How do you know she'll love it? John Thomas Jewelers has this no regrets engagement ring. That means any ring you design with them, a ring that you see in 3D, a ring that you can preview in 3D printed wax before it's made in precious metals. If she wants something different, you've got an entire year to redesign it even after you propose. There's no penalty, not even a custom-made ring. So it takes all of that insecurity out of it. All of their rings come with a free lifetime nationwide warranty, and their diamonds are hand-selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, the diamond capital of the world. That means you cannot find a better, brighter, more beautiful diamond anywhere. It is the no regrets engagement ring. Get it right. Exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. Visit them on the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building in Louisiana, 1 block south of Menaul, and see why they've been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque 4 straight years. Actually, 5 straight years. And voted one of America's coolest jewelry stores, and why they're my jewelry store. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more.
You have an
But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Not done, but next week's schedule is set. Still get a game tonight. We'll have it for you here on these Sports Animals. Steelers and Texans to finish out the wild card weekend of the playoffs. And the next week, man, and I'm not sure there is a way. But in the current format, by playing a game on Monday, there isn't a way to avoid these short weeks. So Saturday and next week, you're going to get the Bills and the Niners, who both played yesterday, having to go on the road on a short week to teams who had byes. So the one seeds are both going to host games on Saturday of next week. Bills and Broncos will be your early game. I believe it's your early game. I don't see exact times, but that's what I'm looking at. And then the Niners and Seahawks go later. So both the Niners, who had to travel across the country and back, and the Bills, who had to go down the coast, I mean, that's a long trip too, are going to be at a disadvantage playing the number one seeds. Rams and Bears, who both played, well, Rams will have an extra day. Bears are going to be on a regular week. And then whoever wins tonight, Texans or Steelers, will have a short week, have to go to New England. And JJ, I guess with a Monday night game, there's no other way to do it, right? If they'd have played 3-3, you probably could have gotten away from this. But
if you're the 6th seed, deal with it. Like, you had the opportunity to win games. I'm fine with the 49ers and Bills having to face this on a short week because you're the number one seed. You get the bye, but and an extra day on the back end. Yeah. Like, yes, like you've earned that. And for the 49ers, they had a game at the end of the year where they could have been the number one seed, and they didn't win that game.
Yeah, I don't know that I love in the playoffs disadvantaging teams who played a week before having played a short week against a team who just was on a bye. I don't know that there's a way around it because you can't have the team who played Monday night play on Saturday. You can't do that. So that game was absolutely slotted in to being on Sunday, the Patriots and whoever wins tonight. The Rams and Bears, that probably would have been a game that, I mean, the Rams would have been on a short week if you put it on Saturday. But if you put 3 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday this week instead of a Monday game, then you'd have been able to place everybody somewhat evenly. But yeah, that's the schedule for next week. So you do have 2 teams that are going to the 1 seeds playing on a short week. All right, hit me on the Rams. Impressive comeback or, barely hanging on, should have been better? How do you look at that? Because to me, it's survive and advance. Go win a road playoff game. I don't know that I got to justify anything.
That is a fair answer. And you look at the offense, Stafford had the 1 interception, but other than that, he was slinging it when he needed to. I'm just looking at that defense, and
yeah,
I go, I know you're better than that. It's for some reason, it's Carolina. They have a confidence, and is it because the coaching staff know each other so well? Possibly. With the defensive coordinator for the Panthers. No, it wasn't necessarily that's why, 34-31. But there's just a confidence for Carolina when they're playing the Rams this season that they're going to find a way to be in that game.
Yeah, maybe there's some teams that match up better against other teams. I don't know. Carolina plays really well against the Rams. Beat them earlier. Damn near beat them again this week. Give it to the Rams for the comeback. Stafford made big throws. Puka Nacua is terrific. Getting Devontae Adams back, I think, is a big deal for them. And then, how about the throw he made to the tight end to Cody Park, or it's Colby Parkinson, for that winning touchdown, that up high grab, and then he tight ropes that sideline. There were some great throws this week. Josh Allen made a terrific throw in a big moment. You go back and look at the winners. Caleb Williams made an insane throw in a key moment. But that throw that Stafford made and that play right there was as good as any of them.
Yes, it was. It was a special throw in a big moment. And after having Carolina take a 4-point lead, over 2 minutes left, and goodness, it was a Hall of Fame type of moment for Matthew Stafford.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're sitting there just going, no way this happened. Like, the Rams can't go out in the first round. The Rams are too good. Was there a team that I don't know that I think the Eagles were that. Buffalo wasn't. To me, the Rams were the team that just couldn't go out in the first round. And maybe it's because it translates into them being the biggest betting favorite this week, right? And when I get here, unless you bet the game, I don't care that they only won by 3 and were favored by 10.5. But that was the one team was like they cannot go out in the first round.
Yeah, you look at what happened for Carolina at the end of the season. They lost 3 of their last 4. Coming in there, scoring just 10 and 14 points the last 2 games.
Yeah. Are you concerned about the Rams a little bit? They got to go play the Bears now?
No.
All right. 505-246-0610. I am a little bit. They got to go play the Bears. I haven't looked at a weather report for next week in there. But I'm going to guess it's cold. Bears just come back and come back and come back. Caleb Williams is getting more confident. I think the Rams have the edge defensively, certainly against the Bears.
I'm taking the over. I'm feeling that type of game.
That's probably the right answer. Yeah, did I find that number? It's got to be somewhere for me, right? They put that out yet? Yeah, I got a Rams Bears over 51.5. You still going high?
I'll see why not.
That's a big number too. Rams are 3.5-point favorites to open up. Seattle 7-point favorite over the Niners. Buffalo is a 1.5 favorite at the Broncos. Explain that to me.
Josh Allen.
I mean, he puts on his cape and he gets himself 1.5 going on the road to the number 1 seed. All right, we're going to go to the phones when we get back. 505-246-0610. You guys are waking up on a Monday morning and you want to talk NFL football, global basketball. We're here for you. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Hour.
This report is sponsored by
IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network.
Coaching news or anything, the Packers are going to try to keep Matt LaFleur, as JJ told you earlier. Adam Schefter is reporting that they're going to work out an extension, or they're trying to. He's got a year remaining on his contract to be the head coach in Green Bay. Packers lose yesterday 31-27 in the first round of the playoffs to the Bears. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck, 505-246-0610. Let's go to you, Edward. Good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good day. What a fun weekend of NFL playoffs. They didn't disappoint. I think we've had some bad games in the college playoff. Like, there's been some blowouts and uncompelling games. But, overall, Jeff, I think the Rams, I watched that game intently. It was a really poorly played game. Let me define that. Carolina had busted plays in the secondary all day. Like, guys were running wide open. Their quarterback, Young, couldn't execute basic rollouts. The punter allowed the punt to hit his face mask twice. He fumbled one of them. And then so they get the lead, right? By the way, Puka Nacua is the best player on the Rams. Stafford has an amazing year, and he's going to win the MVP. Whoever wins the MVP, the minute they get it, they should call Josh Allen and say, hey, here's what you rightfully deserve, because Josh Allen's the best player in the league, and it's not close. But I think Stafford's going to win the MVP, and he had a great year. But when they were down and Stafford struggled against the blitz all day, he basically panicked and threw the ball into the end zone, and the guy was going to pick it, and Nacua broke it up. I told my friends, he just saved their season. He basically just saved their season.
No, he did
By breaking that up. And Jeff, on the last 2-minute drive, they broke down film, and I don't know, for whatever reason, the Carolina defensive coordinator, he played their DBs 12 yards off the ball. 12 yards off the ball. And so they threw like 3 or 4 slants to get in position, and then he made the great throw that you alluded to, which, there's no shame in that. Playoffs are tough, and I think they caught another break by going to Chicago next week. So just different perspectives on the game, but it's about you survive in advance. I think the Patriots caught a break last night with a very inept offensive line. I felt bad for Herbert. He had no shot. So luckily, the Patriots played an inept offense, and I'm kind of rooting for the Steelers tonight because I don't think I would want any part of the Texans' defense.
I think that's best.
Yeah. And I think the one team that the Denver didn't want to play, or the one player they didn't want to play, was Josh Allen. So their defense is going to stand up, and I think that's going to be a great game. But yeah, I want to get your thoughts on that. Thank you.
All right. So a couple of things. Yeah, the Nacua play where he broke up the interception was gigantic. Ball gets intercepted, that's ball game, and Panthers win, and we're saying what the hell happened. Absolutely. Yes. So the biggest play was an incompletion. Or one of the biggest plays. He brought up the Chargers in the offensive line. Look, I like Justin Herbert. I know you're a big Justin Herbert guy. I think Justin Herbert's talented. I think in you put him on the Rams, and he might be winning Super Bowls. He's not, so he's not. Trevor Lawrence has taken hits. Caleb Williams has taken more hits in his year and a half in the league than Justin Herbert. I mean, I'm not the guy that, I don't like phrasing things. Let's see who took the biggest hit, right? I don't like looking at the negative, but I listen to all the stuff. At some point, Justin Herbert, and he's tough as nails. He got his ass kicked yesterday. That offensive line damn near got him killed. How many years has he been in the league? 6, 7? It's time, isn't it? It's past time, is it not?
We'll give him an offensive line.
I know.
And they did. And their starting tackles were out. I know. Like, that was the game. There were 8 defensive linemen rotating constantly for the Patriot.
Yep.
Like, that's one, it's like, okay, you can say you're done with Herbert.
I'm not.
That's going to be the narrative. It's time. Okay, ship him out. You could have had Matthew Stafford behind that line. He would have looked awful.
I agree with that.
They was the pressure all night long. Then they were behind. They weren't keeping anyone into block.
I know.
It was a disaster for the Chargers offense, and that is one where you have to look at it and say they did what they were supposed to do. They drafted tackles. They brought tackles in. They were just hurt. And when you're down tackles, you're getting to backup tackles in the playoffs, it's going to look bad.
So this is 6th year in the league. Yeah, I think it's 6. He was drafted in 2020. I'm not done. I think Justin Herbert's terrific. I've watched guys get just vilified, destroyed, eviscerated in the media for doing more than he's done in his career. And this year, you're right. They went out and drafted a line and they got hurt. And there's part of me that feels for him because I think he's really good, and I think he is just so damn tough.
23 pressures, 6 sacks.
I don't care if you
your
put Tom
first
Brady
round
back.
running back wasn't available half the season.
I get it. So
it's
another,
just incredibly frustrating.
And I'm not saying I disagree with this. So it's all right. Well, another pass for Justin Herbert.
Yeah, because you're not going to be better with anyone else at quarterback.
I agree 1,000%.
So that really is. Can you just be healthy in front of him? Everyone will point at San Francisco. Well, how are they doing it? Well, at least they had their left tackle.
Yeah, they're lying.
Like that was at least they had their left tackle playing the game, and Trent Williams. That's a huge difference. I think Herbert and Lawrence are super similar in just terms of there's a reason those franchises have stuck with them as they've gone through coaching changes, because it's not easy to find guys like that. This isn't one where we're talking about a Kyler Murray or Bryce Young. You're talking about dudes that are 6'6", athletic, and can sling it.
Well, look, you look at a situation, what's my issue? Whether it's Jacksonville, whether it's Cardinals, whether it's the Chargers, whomever. And if you say, man, I got Justin Herbert or I got Trevor Lawrence, that's really not my issue. Somebody else has got to come in and make it better, and we've got to surround it. We hear it all the time. You got to get the quarterback, and then you got to surround that quarterback with opportunity. And that doesn't just mean bring back Keenan Allen, although that helped, right? That doesn't just mean find me a young tight end that came out of nowhere, Rondé Gatz.
That was a game where they needed to play from under center, and they could not.
Well, he can't take the snap because his left hand was so damaged, right?
Because he was just, you have him back there in a shotgun with no protection and constant 5-man rushes with a defensive line that was rotating, it felt like every 3 or 4 plays.
Has anybody got more passes than him? And again, I'm not mad at it. Because I do like it. And he might be cursed being with
I
that
think this is a great
organization.
conversation, though, because you accountability. You're getting paid to do something.
We hold every quarterback accountable.
Well, okay, but then you're answering the question.
Yeah.
What does accountability mean? The pressure's on him. He feels the pressure.
Yeah.
He knows it. The fans can yell at him all he wants and say he sucks or this or that, whatever happens on social media. Like Herbert knows it. So are they better off with a different quarterback?
No, the answer is obviously no. The answer is they've got to build around him and build a line and get healthy. If Justin Herbert and Josh Allen flipped positions, would have the outcome of those two teams been any different this week?
Because I don't think Herbert's in the category of Josh Allen. But
does Herbert win with the Bills in Jacksonville yesterday?
It's probably a back and forth game like that.
Josh Allen, though, in that situation, I don't know that he can win behind that offensive line. And so if the answer is, yeah, he gets another pass, there's part of me that says, man, he's got more passes than any quarterback I can ever remember. Josh Allen didn't get him. Josh Allen came out. Everybody was skeptical. Oh, he came out of Wyoming and he can throw the ball over the mountains, but he's not that guy. He developed. I think Justin Herbert's gotten better.
Well, if you don't want to give him a pass, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I don't know the answer. And I'm not telling you I think it's wrong. I'm just saying I think he's gotten more passes than any quarterback I can ever recall. Is that fair? Whether you think the passes are valid or not. Because there's no way, if you say, all right, I'm going to redo the Chargers, I'm ripping it down to studs, let me get rid of this guy. That's the wrong answer. Because you got one of them. There's about 10 of them. About. Quarterbacks, you say, yep, I'm good. If I redo stuff, I'm not redoing the quarterback. I'm interested to see where y'all are on Herbert. Does he get a pass?
Dak Prescott?
Yeah. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 670 Sports Zone.
You're listening.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep.
Park in the Duke City. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
What a weekend, huh? Still not done because you get Steelers and Texans tonight here on the Sports Animal. Started at 5:30 and kick it a little after 6 o'clock on your home for the National Football League and the Super Bowl. 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal. All your NFL action is brought to you by Hyenas Comedy Nightclub, now open in Albuquerque, featuring Daryl Felsberg, Joey Medina, Christina Mariani, and Jeff Dye. Get your tickets before they sell out. Conveniently located in the Windrock Town Center. Visit hyenascomedynightclub.com/Albuquerque. All your information is there. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck looking at the playoffs over the weekend, where the Bears, the Niners, the Bills, the Rams, and the Patriots were winners. So next week on Saturday, you are going to get the Bills at Denver, the Niners at Seattle. Sunday, the Rams go to the Bears, and the winner tonight will go to New England. 505-246-0610 is how to get in today. 888-922-0610. If for whatever reason you're still paying a toll, emails Jeff at sportsanimal@abq.com and JJ at sportsanimal@abq.com. Brought up the Herbert thing before. JJ, so I said there's 10 teams that figured out quarterback, and I did a little deeper dive. So there's 32 teams in the NFL. I would argue right now, half of them, 16, if you said, all right, we got to do a teardown, right? Whether it's coaching, whether it's running game, quarterback, whatever, we got to start. And I think half of them would keep their quarterback. Buffalo would, New England would, Baltimore, Cincinnati would, Jacksonville, Kansas City, the Chargers would, Dallas, Washington, I believe Philadelphia still would keep their quarterback. The Bears, the Packers, the Lions, I believe Tampa Bay would stay with Baker Mayfield, and the Rams and the Niners. I got 4 question marks. Houston, Denver, Carolina, and Seattle. Is that a fair assessment? With 2 that are like, I really don't know yet, the Giants and Atlanta.
I would swap Baker and C.J. Stroud.
Okay, that's totally fair. Yeah, C.J. Stroud was one of the really hard ones. Bo Nix, I mean, they got him to the number 1 seed, but I okay. I think he's the right guy. My point is, half of the teams have gotten it right. The other half have been trying forever to get it right. And so when you get the guy, and in this case, Justin Herbert, you build around him. You don't rebuild there. I do believe he's going to get a pass on this because the line is horrible. And I do believe he's gotten more passes than anybody I've seen from people who cover football. And as long as I've watched football in regards to a quarterback. And there's part of me that's okay with it. I think he's terrific. I think he's really good. I don't think he's the reason they're losing games. They scored 3 points yesterday, Jeff. 3. He's got to be better. Yeah, okay, theoretically, yeah. He's the quarterback. Everything's on the quarterback. Yeah. And he got his ass kicked yesterday. And what were the numbers on sacks and hurries and all that stuff that you just gave me?
It was 23 pressures and 6 sacks yesterday.
So I like him too. I might not like him as much as you do, but I think if you put him on the Bills, I think if you put him on the Rams, you put him in a situation where Trevor Lawrence is. Like if he was the quarterback of Jacksonville yesterday, Jacksonville probably beats the Rams. Maybe.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, very similar in terms of talent profiles, the opportunities that they've gotten from their franchises. And to me, it makes sense of why you stick with Trevor Lawrence, why you stick with Justin Herbert. It's not one where it's a Kyler Murray or Bryce Young or someone else that you don't see the talent profile there. And for Herbert and the Chargers, that's one where I look and say, sometimes you just lose. At the end of the season, you don't need to cut a quarterback or trade him or fire a coach all the time. And that's one that I look at and said they drafted a running back in the first round. They wanted that to be their identity. Oh, by the way, where's Najee Harris? Oh, that's right. He blew his Achilles up. Your tackles that you've invested, you've paid money off and stuff, where are they? They're not there. Like at some point, sometimes you just lose and it's not anything that you need to fire a coach or trade a quarterback for.
Yeah. Sometimes, you look at the teams who win, usually, and there's always the exception. Typically, they're one of the healthiest teams all year, right? Typically.
The outlier in this entire conversation is San Francisco. How they do that.
Yeah. Well, what they're doing right now is crazy. And the injuries they got on the offensive line, but they have their left tackle. The defensive injuries, the people who they've lost. Then George Kittle goes down again. They played, how many games without Brock Purdy? 6, 7? Let's see what I did. 6, 7. I don't remember. That went out at the New Year, didn't it?
I don't know. I stick around for a little bit.
Right.
Kids like it. They have fun.
They sure do. The outlier San Francisco. And I think, I do believe their run comes to an end next week in Seattle. But hell, they were just there and they just played their asses off there. Damn near won. But I'm curious where you all are on the Herbert thing. I'm not here to bash this guy because I actually think he's really good and I don't think it's his fault. But we always put it all on the quarterback. We're not talking much about the Bears. You're talking about Caleb Williams. You're not talking all that much about the Bills right now. You're talking about Josh Allen. Right? Coming out of yesterday. Kind of where it is. And so quarterback takes so much heat and takes so much of the glory. This one's an anomaly because I do believe most people who cover football understand what their eyes are telling them. Damn, Justin Herbert's special. Yeah, but look at his numbers in the postseason. Well, we brought in Harbaugh to make it better. But didn't get any better. Well, you know why? Go look at their injury report. Go look at who's not there? Well, the Niners are doing it that way. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. There's an exception to every rule. All right, 505-246-0610. George Kittle, Achilles. And, JJ, I got to believe that means most of next season, too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Into
December, probably.
Yeah, almost all of next season. That's a big hit for them. A big, big, big hit for them. All right, and then we didn't hit much on the Patriots. We've talked about the Chargers. Patriots did it with defense. Drake May was good, but not great. Survive and advance, win, baby. And that was workmanlike to me. They took care of it the way they needed to. For the most part, they take care of the football. They are the number 2 seed. What did New England show you yesterday?
How to win in the playoffs. And I watched that game They shut down the Chargers. The one area where the Chargers are pretty healthy is defense, and that showed. They were pressure Drake May, but you saw some really good passes in big-time moments in the second half from Drake May, which is the next step. It's like, are you in the playoffs? Make those plays late in game, and he did.
It's fair. It's all progression and steps, right? It's getting better. You know, we talk about it each year. Do you take another step? Who did I ask you about the other day? Can they win the Super Bowl? You said no. We always talk about them taking steps. Was it Jacksonville?
I think we were talking about the NBA.
Okay. Oh yeah. It was San Antonio. Yeah, fair enough. Who was your favorite over the weekend? Who'd you like the bet most? What was the biggest story to you? Was it the Bears coming from behind and winning? How about the way
it's when we have games where there are 11 fourth quarter lead changes?
Yeah.
It was one where you just point to and say, yes. Everything was so magnified, so impactful in that fourth quarter of how these games played out the most in a playoff weekend. Fourth quarter lead changes.
Will you explain the Ben Johnson animosity towards Matt LaFleur? Is it just, I'm now the coach of the Bears, I got to hate my rival? Is it like a college kind of a thing?
I think there's a lot of that for Ben Johnson.
I mean, did something happen that I don't know about? Has it been publicized? Ben Johnson called out Matt LaFleur, the Bears coach called out the Packers coach, in his introductory press conference. Said, that, the best part is I get to beat Matt LaFleur twice a year. They split in the regular season, they beat him. The cold handshakes, is it just him trying to ingratiate Bears fans and embrace the hate of the rivals up north? Or did something happen? It's really kind of a weird one because most coaches show a little bit of respect. And this young coach came in and said, bleep that, man.
He's all in on that rivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think a lot of it is just that.
So it's a kind of a college thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm here at Auburn, and I hate everything that has to do with Alabama. I'm at Ohio State, cross out all the M's on all of our signs. I don't want to see an M around campus. That's kind of what that is. It's weird, man. I'm not sure I love it. I'm not sure I hate it. But I'm not sure I understand it either. But that's where that one's from. Packer fan, of all fans this weekend, I think Panther fan eats it a little bit, but you didn't really expect that much. Jaguar fans got to be hurting because you felt like you had that one and that guy put on his cape. And then if you still had a minute to go, when we get back, can we go through the last minute of the Bills Jaguars game? That was that 10-yard tush push, and then they scored, and Jaguars let them score, and the whole theory behind that, because I've heard a bunch of people griping about how Sean McDermott handled that. Can we get into that when we get back? I will do that. 505-246-0610. I'm going to go through the end of that Bills-Jaguars game. Did they score too early? I've got a lot of thoughts on that. 505-246-0610. Did you place Prize Picks over the weekend? If you did, maybe you won a couple bucks. I did as well, and I love playing Prize Picks. You can do it, and this time of year, it's so fun because there's so much going on. There's playoff games and hoops every night. It's just a great time on the sports calendar. And for you to open up the Prize Picks app and see the opportunities you have every single day to have fun with this, to enjoy it. You're watching the games anyway. Look, it just feels good to be right. High-pressure playoff matchups. Tonight, Aaron Rodgers, 149.5 passing yards. It feels like you're going more on that, aren't you? C.J. Stroud, more or less half of a touchdown. You want to mix that with some hoops tonight? Let's take, how about John Collins? John Collins, Clippers. Will he have more than or less than 1.5 3-point shots made? That's what you do. You download the Prize Picks app, and you play lineups of 2 to 6 players. And then you watch the games, and when you're right, you win. Now Prize Picks is offering you early payouts. If your player gets off to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out your winnings before the game even ends. Looking for a community on Prize Picks? You can do that as well. They have a social feature. That means you can share Prize Picks with your friends. You can copy lineups from other winners in a single click. Have fun with this. Download the Prize Picks app now. Use code KNML. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KNML. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Open in the Windrock Town Center. Check out America's funniest headlining comics every weekend at Hyenas. Log on to hyenascomedynightclub.com/Albuquerque for more information. Get your tickets now. Call 505-216-6009.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing
We would
more
like to
important
thank
than
the
having
following
right safety
sponsors
gear
for
is
making
having it
this
there when you
broadcast
need it.
possible.
That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Ed, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. The truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, wireless buying as you pay for more data than you might need, we could be throwing away thousands over our lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at
Next in line.
Switch and get your
Rudy's
second
is a
month
proud
free.
supporter
Call
of
1-888-FREEDOM,
ProView
visit
Networks.
consumercellular.com or a store
Across
near you
the
for
state
your
of New
second month free
Mexico,
today. Plans
different
will be on
journeys
credit
will
auto
begin.
pay evenly. See site for
And when their
additional
journeys unite,
This is Lisa
together
Stone.
will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family.
in 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to
We are
another
one
session
family
with
that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
More important, cholesterol and blood pressure improved.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks.
Oh yeah, it works.
Since
Nothing has changed my life
1982,
more.
with
Well,
6
except
locations
maybe my
serving
husband.
Albuquerque,
He's so
Rio Rancho, and Roswell.
It really is life-changing. What are you waiting for?
The question is, red or green? Let's
go
go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
At 11 a.m. Stop smoking hypnosis 2 p.m. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
delivers the power you need. And the
IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView.
Everything he holds dear is protected from Progressive Renters Insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop
All
is
your
still
favorite
protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, units of protection aren't just
All your
four walls of
favorite
home.
talk shows.
We're more than Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Find it on
Weekdays at 10 a.m. on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Fellas, says the text line. So it'll be the Bills and Josh Allen, Bo Nix and the Broncos, Saturday in Denver. Game will be interesting for sure. 38-35 Broncos. John in the Duke City. The Broncos put up 38 points.
I think of the games like that, that is a awful thing for Denver. I don't think that's the way that plays out and they win in that style of game.
All right, I got a bunch from you guys. I'll get to that. I want to hit what we were just talking about. So the end of the Bills-Jaguars game, the winning touchdown, what turned out to be the winning touchdown, was scored by Josh Allen with about a minute to go. First of all, they did a 10-yard tush push. You ever seen that before? Because that
was new.
Basically, they carried dude down to the 1-yard line. Josh Allen tush push. And isn't it ironic, don't you think, that the Bills were one of the biggest voices, the loudest voices against the tush push, and they have found a way to absolutely utilize the tush push. And I don't blame them, by the way. All right, fine, we'll figure it out too. I think the tush push is going away, don't you?
Probably.
I think this is going to be it. But anyway, they go down to the 10. All right, so there's this train of thought that, and I listened to it. I know who it was, telling me that Sean McDermott screwed up so badly. Never mind, he won the game. The head coach of the Bills, that they should have taken 2 knees, forced the Jaguars to use their timeouts, burned some clock before scoring on 3rd down or 4th down on the tush push. Sounds great and all, until you realize the Jaguars have the number 1 rushing defense in the NFL, that there is no guarantee that you score on a tush push. How many times do you recall how the Bills season ended a year ago?
Failed tush push.
It was wasn't it a failed tush push? A crappy
to the left type of deal.
Crappy spot probably, but Josh Allen on a tush push going left against the Chiefs and didn't get the spot, and they did. Like, somehow the assumption is, well, guaranteed you're going to score on the tush push. Now, if I took it down to 3rd down and said I got 2 shots from the 1-yard line, is Josh Allen going to get in? Yeah, I love my chances. But am I giving up an opportunity to score and take the lead? Like,
can I poke some holes in that right away?
Yeah, please.
After the 10-yard tush push,
yeah,
Jacksonville called their 3rd timeout.
I thought they had 1 left, but
no,
okay. So
that was their
okay,
final
that's
timeout.
good. So good. Okay.
So whoever said 2 knees is dumb, because
well, you could have
running 2 plays.
You could have taken a knee, run it down to 20, take another knee. You had your timeout.
Yeah, but that's just
you had your timeout.
Playing with fire.
That's my point.
No, thank you. Like it's a 3-point game. You give Trevor Lawrence and his gigantic legged kicker Cam Little an opportunity to get in field goal range. Yeah, you feel maybe he does at 64 seconds left. But knowing they don't have timeouts, if you can get a good stop on the kickoff, I'll take my chances.
I'm with you on this, and it worked out that way. But there has been a really, really loud contingency that said they screwed up, and look, if they would
all they did was win the game.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, if they would have lost the game on a Hail Mary, all right, we can be screaming about that.
Would you?
But at some point in time, and even in this business, you're looking for your moment, your viral moment. Like, dude, they won the game. The defense stepped up, made plays. The defense, that last pass over the middle, deflection, interception. Like, why do you have to criticize everything?
Now, if Trevor Lawrence takes it down and it didn't even have to be a Hail Mary, man. He could have been bing, 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 stop it.
Instead of field goal, kick it.
Or they could have scored a touchdown, right? They could have. I mean, in 64 seconds, absolutely they could have scored a touchdown. With the dynamic kickoff, could have got the ball 35-yard line, 37-yard line, a couple plays, and you break one. And it's not like the Bills' defense has been terrific. Like, could it have gone the other way? There's nothing that's guaranteed. But I would have played it the way he did. And granted, Jacksonville did the right thing. They let him score. They absolutely let him score. But if you're going to sit there and tell me after the way I lost last year, and that's the one part that nobody's brought up in any of the conversations. It's got to be in Sean McDermott's head. When we got stopped on a tush push last year, it was a crappy spot. I still believe that, but it doesn't matter because the result is the result.
And if you take 2 knees, by the way, you know how that works, folks? The snap and the kneel down.
You lose
a yard unless you're Josh Allen. You just get the snap and you kind of fall forward into the line.
Yeah, you lose that.
And now you're just adding a bunch of variables to this play because what if it's a bad snap or it takes you forever to get up and the Jaguars just leaning on you and then you get messy in hurry mode. And as you said, you had timeouts, but that was score the touchdown, put your defense out there, win the game.
So you and I are on the same page.
Yes.
I mean, give me the points. I'm not leaving all these variables out there. I know what my playoff history is. I know how many things have gone against me. Let me control what I can control. Let me go. No, seriously.
And I'm sure they're even remembering the 13 seconds that they gave.
No, that's totally fair, right? Now, Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. He's no Patrick Mahomes on the other side. And I'm sure now, would they have played it differently if it was Kansas City? That'd be interesting to know that. I don't know.
Maybe.
I guess what they could have done, and if you want to tell me they did this, I might have listened to you, is on first down kind of run into the line but go down at the 1 and burn another 40 seconds off. And then I've got 3 shots from inside the 1. I feel pretty good about it. But still, there's no guarantee I'm getting that half a yard. I've watched enough football in my day, and I know you have too. I mean, I'll go back to the 2007 New Mexico Bowl when Pat Hill was on the 1-yard line against Wyoming. 2008. 6, 7, 8, 9. And Ryan Matthews got stopped 4 times at the 1-yard line. I know you remember that, but you remember plenty of other goal line stands. I mean, at that point, you just don't even get on the team playing.
Yeah, it's how much do you want to end up playing with your food? Yeah, the Bills had timeouts, so they could have managed the situation if it got wonky, but why would you even want to get wonky late in the game?
I won the game. I would have done what he did, and I would have done what Liam Cohen did on the other side. I would have let him score, and that's my best chance. Then I get the ball back and let's figure it out. But I've been listening to people try to eviscerate. I guess that's what we do, and everybody with a thumb has got to destroy somebody, and everything's got to be different. And I would have done it differently, and they screwed this up even though they won, and they screwed this up even though they won. I don't think he made the wrong move. I just don't.
Yeah, there were 64 seconds left, but they did a good job on the kickoff with that drive. For Jacksonville starting at their 23-yard line.
Yep, exactly right.
So, yeah, that's absolutely still in play for Jacksonville to get a long field goal, but I kind of like the way Buffalo was playing that game defensively. And you saw that first play, Trevor Lawrence tried to force pass over the middle, game over.
Yeah, tip, pick, done. All right, I love your thoughts because, I mean, Bills fan, if it goes the other way, you're probably asking why we leave so much time. Fair question. I think that was the answer. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 630 Sports Animal.
This report brought to you by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
ProView Networks would like to thank the...
Is it fair
Is what fair?
that if you think Justin Herbert is that guy, I think most of us do. If you put him somewhere else, are the results different? I mean, you know how I feel about this Chargers thing. To me, the Chargers thing is the Clippers thing. I think they're going to be cursed. They should never have treated San Diego the way they did. They went up. They're going to be LA's second-tier team. They may have a year here and there, and you know I believe in that. And it makes no sense to believe in any of that voodoo crap, right? But is it fair to say if he got a fresh start somewhere else, the result would be different?
Could he win a playoff game?
I guess
Yeah,
that's
what you're asking. Can you? Because the results have been, they're an 11-win team this year and lost on the road at the number 2 seed. But the offense was inept, and he was on his back the entire game.
Ryan Phillips of Sports Illustrated put out a story last night. Headline, Justin Herbert's playoff futility continued in Chargers' ugly loss versus the Patriots. Herbert was bad against Patriots, continuing a pattern of awful play in the postseason. There you go. You're looking for the guy who's going to jump on Herbert, you got him. He talked about a bunch of different things. Playoff numbers. 2022, Chargers faced the Jaguars, wild card game. Chargers were up 27-0 in the first half, lost 31-30. Herbert couldn't get the offense moving in the second half. He was 25 of 43, 273 with 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 3 sacks. Last year, Chargers go to the Texans. They get hammered 32-12. Wasn't that close. He was 14 of 32 for 242, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, sacked 4 times. Passer rating of 40.9, QBR of 11.4. He says in this article, when you add all of that up, it's pretty terrible. And he ends the story by saying, until he steps up and performs to the level of his enormous potential in the postseason, Herbert won't shake the reputation he's made for himself as an easy out in the playoffs. And again, I say, has he made it for himself, or is it the situation? And you say it all the time, and you are 100% right. There are 2 people on a football roster who have win-loss records attached to their names, attached to their bio. It's not the left tackle. It's not the center. It's not the pass rusher. It is the head coach, and it is the quarterback. Is it fair? It is not. It is reality, and that's just the way it is. And so, I mean, do you agree with this guy? Because you're looking for someone who's taking their shots at Herbert, and there it is.
Oh, yes, they're stats. How can you disagree with stats? 0-3 in the playoffs, poor offensive performances for 2.5 games in the postseason. Like, I'm not arguing against that. I'm saying, okay, if you're done with Herbert, it's not the Russell Wilson Tua thing where you're just saying cut him and eat the salary. What conversations are you having? Are you looking for draft capital back? Are you swapping him for another quarterback? Like, that's where I'm saying, all right, let's go. You can say all you want about Herbert being bad in the playoffs. I'm not arguing that, y'all. I watched the same football games you did. But what do you want to see the Chargers do? Do you want to see the Chargers cut him or trade him and 2-3 first-round picks? Like, what do you think you're going to get back for Herbert?
So,
because that's the answer to that question. You want to hold him accountable. You're saying you're not our starting quarterback anymore. Okay, then what is the next step?
So I'm with you. Again, let's be very clear. I'm not trading. Let me tell you this, though. If I am... Give me a team that I think is on the cusp. Probably not the Raiders because I don't have the capital and I don't think I'm that close. If I am Indianapolis.
You can't do it. You just trade for Sauce Gardner.
Are you lobbing some kind of a trade offer to the Chargers to see what entices them?
Why not?
And if you
see
are
how frustrated they are with it.
And if you are the Chargers, are you listening to anything? And if so, what is it going to take to get you to move? Who's got the number 1 pick? It's the Giants. Is it the Giants? What if I sent you Jackson Dart?
Oh, it's the Raiders.
That's the Raiders. Where are the Giants, 2? No, really.
If I'm the Giants, I'm not trading my rookie quarterback after 14 games for a dude with a big salary. Like, you need to see if you got something in Jackson Dart.
What's the draft order? Because Atlanta's got nothing. They don't have a first-round pick. The Jets have nothing to trade.
Raiders, Jets, Cardinals, Titans, Giants, top 5.
Raiders, Jets,
Browns are 6.
Cardinals, Giants. Who's after Giants?
The Browns.
But they don't have it. I mean, I gotta get something back. And maybe this isn't the year because I don't believe there's a franchise quarterback in the draft. I don't know, man. I'm chucking ideas at them to see what.
If you're the Giants, you say, hey, we've invested a lot in our front 7. Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatterby coming back. You know what? Here's 5 in Jackson Dart. You want to give us Justin Herbert?
Right?
Let's see what happens.
I would lob that. And the Chargers say, how about Justin Herbert, number 5, and next year's number 1? Right? I got 2 number 1s. All right, 505-246-0610. I got more from you. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. We'll get those to you when we get back. I want to tell you about John Thomas Jewelers and the No Regrets engagement ring, because what they're doing over there is spectacular. John Thomas Jewelers is my jeweler. Why are they my jeweler? Because the second I walked in the door, I realized how they were different, how wonderful they were, how they just, it's above and beyond price-wise, quality-wise, service-wise. And now they offer this no regrets engagement ring. So when you go to propose, how do you know she's going to love that ring? You don't, right? You just don't. Well, they've designed the no regrets engagement. What that is any ring you buy with John Thomas Jewelers, any ring you buy, custom made, they guarantee she'll love it, or they'll redesign it for free. That positions John Thomas Jewelers as the only jeweler offering peace of mind through full visualization. There's 3D scans and renders and printed wax models of the ring. On-premises custom design, that means it doesn't go anywhere. A 1-year no-penalty exchange program, even on custom rings, and a free lifetime nationwide warranty. And they're diamonds, premium, hand-selected diamonds from Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world. That means you can't find a better, brighter, more beautiful diamond everywhere. This is defining, in their category, this is category defining. No other local competitor comes close to matching what they do. The John Thomas Jewelers No Regrets engagement ring is amazing. Check them out. And if you're looking for, it doesn't have to be a ring. Go buy any jewelry you want, anything you're thinking about. Go by and visit them, and you'll understand the second you walk in the door why they're my jeweler, and they'll be yours as well. John Thomas Jewelers is on the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, right across the Coronado Center. Go by and see them. Tell them I said hi while you're there. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been.
Utah shuts things down once again. 25-19.
Faithful empty backfield. Lewis brings down the high snap. Now he's firing, looking for Smith. One-on-one, and George makes the catch. The transfer from Robertson hauls it in for the Matadors touchdown.
Pruitt puts it across. Ava Ashley.
Ashley puts it down. Game 4 goes to Albuquerque High, 25-12. We'll take a quick break.
An injury as well. Breaking through, Wyatt sees a hole, and he's gonna go. What a play, 70-yard touchdown. Watkins hands it off to Herrera. Breaks through another hole, and through the middle, now it's Herrera. He has another man to walk off.
Trying to draw him off again. Valley a little more.
Tapia again, big hole. Tapia is on the way to the end zone. Foot race to the end zone. Tapia touchdown. A 52-yard touchdown run by Jose Tapia. And
start tonight. End zone shot here. It's intercepted. Severely underthrown at the 5-yard line. And a lot of room for a return for Ingersoll. And he's still up on his feet at the 40. He's finally pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
back to pass. Deep shot down the right side of the field.
Got somebody wide up.
Caught.
Great catch.
Caught. He's rolling into the end zone. Touchdown. So Joshua Sanchez on a 50-yard touchdown pass.
Well, it's going to be a tough test for Del Norte as Los Alamos has got them the last 3 times since 2022. So we're going to have to see whether or not Los Alamos goes like this.
What a break! And he's through and all the way on the first play of the game. He's waltzing to the end zone. Touchdown Hilltoppers.
And what a start to this one. I mean, right through the middle.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient. They're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
You got a bunch in this morning. The Patriots beat the Chargers last night 16-3. The Bills over the Jaguars 27-24. Bears 31, Packers 27. Rams were winners over the Panthers 34-31 on Saturday, and the Niners yesterday eliminate the Eagles 23-19. So we're set for next week, and it's all on the table for you, and it's wide open at 505-246-0610. If you want to get on a little basketball, they were winners over the weekend as well. I mean, winners. Oh, smokes. 91-49. I've watched a lot of Lobo basketball. And there's something about this particular team that is different, and I'm trying to put my finger on it. Stigler was just in, and he said, you know, the game in Clune the other day is the kind of game where they get up by 25, but usually win by 12, 13 points. And instead, they get up by 25, and they run them out of the building and win by, 42? This team being brand new, everything being brand new, they don't know about Clune gloom, or they don't know about, Lobo teams always lose before the holidays, only when Grammer tells them, or when somebody tells them. There's a difference about this team, and I'm not sure how to put my finger on it. They play differently. They shoot an insane amount of threes. The freshmen, Tannett and Hall, and Bouillon, and it's always hard for me to consider Bouillon a freshman because he's 23 years old, but he's a freshman. So Javis Miller to me is fascinating because there was a point about a month and a half ago where he wasn't getting any minutes. I mean, none, 0. The play of JT Rock, and then I don't know when Chris Howell's coming back. Have you heard anything on when he comes back? There's something different about this team that every night it could be somebody different. Now, they haven't played the big bad bullies of this league yet. They haven't played Utah State. They haven't played San Diego State. They went to Boise State and got beat. And did you see Boise get run out of the gym? Look, it's bad up there. Leon Rice, after complaining about the late night game, and then I guess, I watched I can't believe I gave 8.5 minutes of my life to this. He went on a rant. This is the Boise State coach in his presser the other day. I guess one of the Boise media said Leon Rice chastised or went off on the fans. Or
it was our boy BJ Raines.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
And he went off on saying, I did not go off on the fans.
Kind of did, bro. We all heard the audio.
He said it was the deadest the arena's been since he's been there. Now, blasted was the word. Now, I don't know if that's blasting the fans. And he said it was all about blasting the time and it's our response. But literally 8.5 minutes, he did a monologue on, you guys are wrong and just ripping the media for what he felt was being misrepresentation. Did you felt he ripped the fans?
You took a direct shot at the fans. Now, if you want to say blasted, called them out, I guess the wording choice of it, he called the fans out. The building was quiet because the fans were not there. You directly acknowledge that.
Okay. I mean,
like as a coach in that situation, you have to say, "Hey, I know
what
it's
if it
tough.
was true? The building was dead."
Yeah. Then you guys say it's 9 p.m. I know it can be tough for our fans, but I have to have my team better prepared to handle moments.
He kind of said that, didn't he?
No,
what did he say? Because I heard it in his retort is what he said. That's what he said. Did he go off on the fans themselves? I didn't hear him blame the fans for that loss. I heard him blame the start time. I heard him blame the start time for the place being dead. He said, I understand people have families, but, whoa. But I don't know that it's ever been this bad up there, man. Has it?
Pac-12 is going to save their basketball.
Oh, yeah, and their football. Their football, they lost, 5 games this year? But that's what they've won one conference game and it's been against New Mexico. Isn't that weird?
It's weird, but the style they play, it's the one thing the Lobos struggle with. The Boise State game reminded me a lot of the New Mexico State game. Just getting pushed around.
Interesting. New Mexico State got beat on Saturday. They were on ESPN Saturday night on ESPNU, 59-55. Middle Tennessee won down in the Pan Am Center. So the Aggies fall to 9-6, 2-3 in conference play. Also, what they did is fall below the whatever the threshold is, 150. So that made the loss down there a quad 3 loss right now instead of a quad 2 loss.
No, and spinning this back to handling your business in different environments, what the Lobos were able to do on Saturday was really impressive. And I think this quote from Eric Olin postgame sums up who this team is. He said, if you want to be a good team, you can't pick and choose when you compete and when you focus and when you execute. And those are those moments on the road, the games you have to have. You don't want to mess around with this. And they made sure that there were 0 runs from Air Force at all in that game.
I actually kind of love that. I actually really kind of love it. And it's very Eric Olin, if that makes sense. I know you all are still kind of figuring out your coach.
He's an interesting dude. He's cool, calm, and collected.
Yep.
But on the sideline, he is as far as it gets.
Well, look, there's different personalities, right? And I think I told you this months ago. Eric Olin, while he's a Northern Alabama guy, he spent 20-something years in San Diego and La Jolla. He's got that San Diego chill to him, right? There's a very calm to him. First of all, what are they? 12-3? What's the number? 13-3?
13-3, 4-1.
Okay. Can we all come to a consensus that Duke can coach basketball and recognize talent and recruit? Is that? I mean, I understand the sample size is 16 games, and I'm not willing to put them in the NCAA tournament yet. Are you?
Not yet. And you brought up a good point. Like, the schedule is going to get real soon, so this is what you need to do in this stretch. You got 2 road games. You stayed on the road for 5 days, which is a challenge.
I'm fine with that.
And you got dubs.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think we can come to the conclusion, even with a short sample size. I'm going to go back to what he did at UC San Diego. Dude obviously is a hell of a coach. He gets his guys to believe in what they're doing. He can recruit. Now, it's going to get tougher. Grand Canyon is a team that can come in and beat you. Now you got to go to San Diego this week. This is a big, big week. This is a big, big week. Grand Canyon comes in here 10-5, 3-1 in the Mountain West. won in Boise in a spectacular way. Then you go to San Diego, and then come home for Fresno State and Alfred Noodles. I know you're trying to figure out your guy a little bit. I think he's very cerebral. And everybody's got their personality. I love the way he doesn't get too high and too low. And I have not had to experience him post-game in a loss yet. No, that's not true. I had to do New Mexico State. That's not true. I did New Mexico State. And so I don't think he got too down then. I don't think he gets too high in games where they win, whether it's whomever it happens to be. I think the team has taken on his personality. Would you argue, like, if you said right now, do the Lobos have a first-team all-conference player? Is Bouillon going to be first-team all-conference, or is Hall going to be first-team all-conference?
On the cusp right now.
All right. I wouldn't be surprised if they finish first or second in this league and don't have a first-team all-conference player. What does that mean? It means they're a hell of a team. That means they're buying into it. Would you say when they go out there, do you think athletically they are San Diego State, Utah State? Some of the, I'm really interested to see Grand Canyon up close in person too.
Yeah, I think they can compete with those teams, but now it's okay. You've handled your business and what you had to do. The schedule's going to get real, and we'll find out.
I look, when I hear that quote from him, it's so on brand and so it's just really good.
It's something that it's so hard to translate to your team.
I agree.
Like it really is. And I'm with you. I've been impressed with the composure and seeing them in Moby on Tuesday night. When I got up there, I had a chance to go out to that game, and it never felt in doubt. Like they were just composed, they were in control, and I think that's what you're addressing. Kind of what we're getting at is this team just trusts itself. Players can kind of come in and out, but they all have a defined role of understanding how they function in the offense, what they want to do defensively. And when you can go on the road and two unique places to play. Now, Moby was quiet, man. And I get it. Everyone says, oh, students aren't there. Okay, they still live in Fort Collins. There's a lot of people there. Only 3,000 people showed up. And they kept that building quiet the entire time. And then you bounce around, you spend a couple days in Denver, you're having fun, but you're able to stay locked in and just go blow the doors off Air Force. That's a solid week.
Yeah. Really good week. And a big one tomorrow. All right, 505-246-0610. Your thought, where are you? Are you still trying to figure out your coach, or you bought in now? Because I remember, man, you lost to New Mexico State and then Nebraska, and the sky was falling, and this guy wasn't it, and you were done. Some of you were done after 5 games. It's okay to say you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Now, or you said, hey, I'm not in after 16 yet. Let me see more. And that's okay, too. But when they lost to the Aggies and then lost to a Nebraska team who, by the way, still hasn't lost, went on the road the other day, some of you were done. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Hour.
95.9 FM.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Football tonight, Texans the Steelers round out your wild card weekend here in your home for the NFL. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. JJ, CBS Sports came out with their annual ranking of the 41 college football bowl games. Brad Crawford did the story. And so it took all 41 games and ranked them. The Rate Bowl, have you looked at this already?
I have not.
All right. So 41 games, the Rate Bowl, that was Minnesota 20, New Mexico 17 in overtime. Jalen Smith's diving touchdown catch. Where do you think that rated in the 1 through 41?
23.
No, it's got to be better than that, do you think? All right. 14. So the Rate Bowl was the 14th best bowl game this year, according to CBS Sports. New Mexico Bowl or the Isleta New Mexico Bowl, although it just says New Mexico here. 49-47, the highest scoring bowl game of bowl season. Where do you believe that might have ranked?
50.
How about fourth?
Bang.
How about fourth? CBS Sports ranked the Fiesta Bowl number 1. That's a hard argue. Miami 31, Ole Miss 27. You going back. The no pass interference. The Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss beat Georgia 39-34. That was really good. So those are both playoff games. The Hawaii Bowl, number 3. That's where Hawaii scored late. Their backup quarterback, Luke Weaver, throwing that 22-yard touchdown pass with 10 seconds to go. And then the New Mexico Bowl, and then the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Huh? Pretty good, JJ. You called on national radio what is considered to be the 4th best game of bowl season. Pretty good get for you.
It was very enjoyable.
That's kind of cool. I guess we put that on social media. Is that something you put?
Absolutely. I think this bowl season, and I talked about this a little bit after the game, and there's a lot going on. Not a lot of days on the radio after that. I think I've been sick for like 4 weeks, but it worked out for everyone. I thought Lobo fans showed up and showed out in Phoenix. You got yourself a great game, and had the Lobos been in New Mexico, I think people would have just resented it for no reason, just because it's a New Mexico thing.
They already do, for whatever reason.
Yeah, if it's here, if it's in the state, it's no good. But yet they get all upset when kids want to leave the state, and it's like, well, it's your attitude all the time is telling everyone things are not good enough in this state, so you can't get mad when people leave this state. Like, put on your big boy pants, and let's start having some real conversations about things that are good instead of you thinking everything in the state of New Mexico is awful. And this isn't no crime talking point at all, which everyone will immediately resort to. Well, this is you have a game that's good, that's been established, that landed 2 fantastic teams that ended up just being outrageous in the 4th quarter for the comeback from San Diego State, playing with QB3, and then Hawkins going off, and then the fact that everyone stayed and played that game for North Texas was awesome. And then Lobo fans got excited and showed up in Phoenix. Like, it worked out.
Yeah, no, I said that all week long, right? I mean, the winner is football fan in New Mexico, that you get what you perceive to be something so much better. And I get it, right? The Rate Bowl comes in and they pick second, so they pick in front of, theoretically, well, not theoretically, reality. And New Mexico, the University did what they should have done to sell the game. Well, this is a Power 4 bowl game. Well, it is. And it was a great spot for New Mexico. And JJ, I agree with you as far as, the bowl game that is here. And again, am I biased to this? Hell yes, I am. I've been running this game for 20 years.
But that's the key factor.
What?
It's lasted for 20 years. It just doesn't stick around for the heck of it in this system.
I'd argue, and thank you, but look what it's done over the 20 years. And I would argue, look what it's done over the last bunch of years since COVID. You had an 11-win and 9-win team this year, a ranked team, the best combined wins of any bowl in the system, us in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Conference runner-up, 3 years in a row has played in this game. So 3 years in a row, a team that played the conference championship played in this game. You've had a 10 or 11-win team 3 years in a row playing this game. And I go 3 years because the year behind that, 4 years back, was BYU and SMU, and they put this game on primetime on ABC on Saturday night. And so I wonder, and this isn't the time, this isn't where I was going to go with this, but at some point I'd love to have the conversation, is there anything that a bowl game could be done here that would make local fans say, you know what, that is pretty cool? Would it have to be Big 12 versus SEC? Because that's not happening in that stadium. It's just not. Not in this market. Right?
I would hope, too, with the resurgence this season of Lobo football, how many people got interested in the Lobos, that it could spark more of a college football fandom. Because there's football fans, there's NFL fans. But, you got a great game. And it was a bummer. Yeah, the weather is what it is. But that's one out of how many?
Well, we've had 2 bad weather days in 19 in that stadium. And we had the COVID year. I just, for local football fan to lose that percent, it's just the New Mexico Bowl. I don't know what Like what would it take? Does it have to be, it's got to be a Big 12 every year? Would that make you feel better?
How about Pac-12, baby?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Would that make you feel better?
No, it's right.
Look at the games, the matchups that the system has put together for this particular game. Look at the respect that the game here gets outside of this market.
Yeah, it's outside of New Mexico. It is respected. People appreciate it. It's the bowl system still. I saw some comments when the Lobos got to the Rate Bowl. People were like, "Oh my gosh, this used to be the Fiesta Bowl, right? This is awesome." It's no, guys, okay. But that's people's mindsets about bowl games.
Yeah, no, I get it. If it's somewhere else, it's got to be better. And everybody, the players deserve a trip out, and I'm not arguing that at all.
I think the Lobos hit a home run with it because the fans showed up, and we need to separate these games because for some reason in the back of so many people's minds, they're like, "Oh, the New Mexico Bowl is just there for the Lobos." They have not been bowl eligible that many times for the New Mexico Bowl,
Well, the game's done 20 years. They've done pretty good. The Bowl's done pretty well in all those other years, and not just survive but thrive. And the people are yelling, "Well, the players deserve a trip outside. They need to." Do you know that they'd rather play somewhere else than in their? Did you talk to them? Do you know that? You just assume that, right? And I'll give it to Lobo fan. They showed up. I will. Better than I think we thought 3 days before it. I think a lot of people last second said, let's go, let's buy up some tickets. So you're right. Everybody won. But CBS's ranking came out, and the Rate Bowl was 14th, best bowl game of this season, and the Isleta New Mexico Bowl was the 4th best bowl game and the 2nd best non-playoff bowl, according to CBS. That's really cool, dude. That's really, really, really cool.
You have something really good right now for football fans in Albuquerque. It's a very good time for college football, and we haven't had many of those in a while.
Tellus says, can we quit calling it the Flippin' Peach Bowl, Jeff? I didn't hear a single player or fan say, boy, we are sure glad to be here in the Peach Bowl. It's the CFP semis. It's called both. I don't know why it bothers you so much, but, I mean, if it bothers you, sorry. It's the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, and it's the College Football Playoff semis. I mean, why would that? Of all the things to bother someone, why would that bother you? I'm not really sure. Mike says, who schedules the college football playoff? The NMAA. Jeff, number 1 Indiana has to go play number 10 Miami in Miami's home stadium. Is it because Miami's all subs and Dairy Queens needs the business? No, it's because these are predetermined sites years in advance. And did you feel they should have moved it after all the prep?
Like, wait. We were not expecting Miami to be here. Thus,
hey, who wants it? Let's go to San Antonio this week.
Go play this at Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the Super Bowl, man. When the Rams played a home game in the Super Bowl and won in SoFi. I mean, it rarely happens. Rarely.
Did the Bucks get one?
Brady. Yeah. It happened. It never happened. Then it happened 2 years in a row. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I mean, it's like, why? Who? Because it happens. It's kind of the way it is. All right, 505-246-0610. We'll get back. A couple more things on the NFL, including Drake May yesterday. And how good was that? And first playoff game. You impressed? 16 points. The answer is winner. 505-246-0610. Hey, fellas, how you feeling? Losing your edge a little bit? Maybe gaining some weight, feeling tired? Struggling to focus or not just feeling like you? Maybe even losing some muscle? This all could be signs of low testosterone or hormone imbalance. There's a local team that has some help for you. It's the team at Vita Vital Medical. Albuquerque's experts when it comes to specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED solutions, and peptide therapy to help you restore your strength and your energy and your confidence and your performance on and off the field. They are local, right here in Albuquerque, so they know what it takes to get you going again. A program that is focused on you. I know maybe you're a little leery of these sort of things, and it takes something to step up and say, you know what, maybe I want to get a little help. I want to feel like me again. This is no pressure. This is a super comfortable environment. And you go in and they talk to you about what's going on with your body. How do you feel? What are your symptoms? What do you want? What are your goals? How do you want to get there? Once they understand who you are and what is going on with you, They create a plan that's tailored to you. Take your action today. Feel better now. Call this number, 505-240-8559. 505-240-8559. Or you can go online, VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David A, V-I-T as in Thomas A-L, VitaVitalMedical.com. Get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical. It's Albuquerque's hormone health experts.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain.
All right, now that you tell me that, I start coughing. 505-246-0610. Bruce says the real bowl, Jeff. I don't know how people could bitch. Lobo football played in a big-time gymnasium against Dirty Jerry's old club, and they played the day after Christmas with a lot of bored people looking for something to watch. They're the only bowl in that window. They aren't up against the NFL. I don't think it's a stretch to say Lobo football in a depleted Mountain West will never get to a bowl of this level again. I don't know if that's right or not. I don't know what the bowl tie-ins are going to be moving forward. Everybody won, man. I don't know that Lobo fans.
No one is.
Yeah, I don't hear Lobo fans
talking bad about it. We're just talking about the overall feel of bowl season surrounding the New Mexico Bowl, man. No one was bitching about the Lobos being out there.
Yep.
That was a huge win for them. And to say you don't know if you're ever going to have that opportunity, who knows how many teams are going to opt out, vote not to play, like that's still out there.
Yeah, I think that's going to. You think that's going to get bigger? I think that's going to be drawn back. I think there's going to be. This will be interesting. I think there's going to be a large push from the conferences to disincentivize teams who are eligible opting out of bowls. You think that's going the other way? There's a $500,000 fine on Iowa State and Kansas State for opting out. Notre Dame doesn't play in the league, so there was no fine. But all these conferences,
I think they're going to try to do it, but if you have a coaching change or a turnover in that time, it's still going to be on the table.
Well, there's always going to be that. And so it's good. First of all, the portal's going to be interesting. Because the portal moved to the spring, and that's the only portal. But all these, I'll bring you in a little bit. So there's all these conversations with leagues and bowls, and they want to make sure, I say they, the conferences, they want to make sure that every team who is bowl eligible has a bowl in which they can play. Fair, right? And you've seen over the years where there was 1 or 2 extra teams and ESPN events would pop up a bowl in Frisco, right? And a bowl would pop up, kind of like the Xbox Bowl did this year, to accommodate all the teams who were bowl eligible. So there were no bowl eligible teams sitting on the sideline over the last bunch of years. Well, all the risk is then taken by the bowls and by the television partner or whoever's running the bowl. And while the conferences say we want a partner, we need all these bowls, all the risk, all the damage is being absorbed by the bowls themselves, JJ. So how can you come out and say we want 10, 11, 12 bowl tie-ins, and then say, yeah, it's okay if one of our, and nobody's saying this, by the way, one of our teams or 2 of our teams says, yeah, we don't want to play in a bowl game. So you got to decide, do we want bowl games? And I understand that's a conversation. There's some of you say we don't, although, again, while this isn't the only metric, the television numbers proved out again that people want bowl games and are watching the hell out of it. 8.9 million people watched the Pop-Tarts Bowl. 4.6 watched the Rate Bowl. Our game, which was up against that Pop-Tarts Bowl, up against the NFL, up against the Snoop Dogg Bowl, was up 14%. So people are watching the games. As much as everybody bitches and complains and moans that they don't want them, they do.
The things that work. the NFL and college football.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's CFP, full season, it works. The other stuff is challenging. We're not talking about arena football. We're not talking about the UFL. Like NFL and college football have the audience, and it works.
Yes. Now you just got to get. I mean, look, there's a lot of issues, but I think it worked out really well.
And I think the one thing with the issues, I think we got to get past spring football for college athletics, man.
Okay.
That to me makes no sense.
So what do you want to see?
More of an NFL model, like start it in the summer, because you're so worried about getting dudes enrolled and getting them there. Then let them finish out that part of their academic journey. Open up the portal, and then have summer be where you can start your workouts. You can have training camps.
So when do you want the portal?
Let's push it back to towards the end of the semester.
So April?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then we're not sitting there, we got to get in.
So does
academic.
Does the student athlete get any time off?
This whole spring.
Well,
once the season's
does
over.
the school count? I mean, school.
That's your time off. You're not. What do you mean time off?
Do they get time like every other? Well,
they're online classes anyway.
Do they get a month to go, a month and a half to go on vacation? They don't.
Not when you're getting paid.
Everybody else does.
Month and a half?
Don't you get a month of vacation a year?
I do. Know.
I do.
I wish I did.
Yeah, I do. You'd be a better agent. Yeah, but I think that's kind of close to where.
Now you don't have to be there all June and July. We can start earlier, have an extended camp, because you're seeing too like spring ball. You're like, we got to come in and sell our system. Okay, you do that, and then you're losing players anyway after spring ball.
That might be the answer. I mean, they thought they figured it out this time by moving the portal, one portal, and having it theoretically after bowl season. And look, for some people at work, there was a guy, what was I watching, Oregon the other day? And they kept handing the ball to the running back, and his name's already in the portal. He's already in the portal, but he's playing, right? I think we knew when North Texas was here, half that team, if not more, was going in the portal and going to Oklahoma State, right? Everybody knew Drew Mestelmaker was transferring probably to Oklahoma State, right? North Texas quarterback. I mean, I remember being at practice and talking to one of their equipment guys, their head equipment guy, or one of their people. And Ryan asked him, any chance he's coming back? And the guy's like, no, none. Any chance you can? No. They knew, but he played. So it helped a little bit. What they did this year helped a little bit in regards to people playing. Not everybody, but some people playing, right? Oh, we'll watch it. All right, 505-246-0610. We'll wrap it up when we get back. I did tell you about this, so I want to hit you with this. Drake May went 17 of 29 for 268 and a touchdown and interception. You know what set him apart yesterday, Drake May of the Patriots? 10 carries, a career-high 66 yards. Who was calling that game? Whoever was calling that game kept saying, whichever quarterback rushes for the most yards may win that game, right?
That was the Sunday night crew.
Yeah, it was the Sunday night crew.
Chirico and Collinsworth.
So it was Collinsworth. That's a pretty good first playoff game for that young man. And I don't know where people have him in. I get it. He's probably going to be runner-up for MVP. Who else was in that class? Caleb Williams was in that class, right? Jaden Daniels was in that class. Is that the same class?
Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, and Bo Nix.
Can he end up being the best of all of them, Drake May?
Yep.
Maybe, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know who you think is the best one right now. Caleb Williams is still going. Jaden Daniels gets the benefit of the doubt because he was hurt. Bo Nix has his team as the number 1 seed.
It is a great draft class for early results. Like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Jay Daniels, NFC Championship game last year. Caleb Williams, year 2, good coaching staff. Second round playoffs, number 2 seed. Bo Nix, number 1 seed after a playoff appearance his rookie season. Drake May, new coaching staff, number 2 seed. Now the questions is with Penix and McCarthy overcoming injury, and what can they be?
I wonder where both those franchises are with their quarterbacks right now. Both Minnesota and Atlanta. I will wrap it when we get back. 505-246-0610. Still have time for you to get in. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Hey, you got a friend, a relative, a neighbor who's got that immaculate, perfect, beautiful backyard? We all do, right? You want one like it? LaBarge Landscape will help you with that. LaBarge Landscape came out to my house about 4 months ago and saved me. Like, literally saved me. My yard was getting away from me, probably had gotten away from me. Shrubs everywhere, trees growing, dead grass, bad irrigation system, front and backyard looked like crap. Now they look great. I love pulling up to the house because it looks better. I spend a lot more time in the backyard. You're thinking you want the same thing, but you're going to wait till spring because, well, it's cold now and I'm not going to use the yard. And then, well, we live in New Mexico. You get year-round enjoyment out of your yard. And waiting is a bad decision because everyone thinks the same thing. They get on a list. They lose half of next summer before the project is done. Call LaBarge Landscape today. Get it done now so when spring arrives, you don't have to wait. You know what you want? LaBarge is going to make it happen. Just say, I'd like this, and they're going to do it, and it's going to be beautiful and professional and perfect. Not sure? Have them send out their design team. They'll look at the space you have, drop a bunch of options for you, and finally, when your family gets exactly what they're looking for, they will create it for you, and you're going to get years and years of enjoyment out of the beautiful transformation. You're going to love it just like I do. Remember, the people who enjoy a new landscape in the spring are the people who call LaBarge Landscape now. Just need a cleanup, leaves, pruning of the shrubs. LaBarge does that too. Call them at 505-345-3000, 505-345-3000, or go online to LaBarge, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net. Bounce around the website, look at pictures of the beautiful projects they've done. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
This is a...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been.
You ever run a marathon? You ever want to run a marathon?
No, I did a relay in the Duke City once, but that was about it. I'm not a runner.
No, I despise it. I don't get it, but I respect it. My daughter was a runner. Monica, who works with me at the Isleta New Mexico Bowl, was at Disney World this weekend. She ran her first marathon and did it. I don't want to tell you the exact time because I forgot exactly, but I remember looking at it going, damn, dude, that's really, really impressive.
Athletic feats are impressive. Running, strength, whatever it may be. I'm just not into distance running as a hobby.
No, I'm proud of her, man. I'm proud of her. She worked her ass off. Even during bowl week, she was like, she'd get up super early.
Gotta go get your miles in.
Go get a run in, and I'm proud of her. She is a stud, and I'm really proud of her. I was just looking at some stuff on her social media of getting that first one in. Really impressive. All right, 505-246-0610. LSU has their quarterback, and it's not the guy from Washington, JJ. Did you see who they got?
I did.
Sam Levitt goes from Arizona State to Lane Kiffin. That's Pete Thamel reporting that. He chose LSU over Kentucky, Tennessee, and Miami. He's got 2 seasons of eligibility left. He was personally courted by Lane Kiffin, who flew out to meet with him, and I think it's a great get. I think Levitt's the guy who took Arizona State to the playoff a year ago, and he's considered one of the top players in the portal. So this is a big deal. So, man, the Big 12 has lost some quarterbacks. They lose Josh Hoover to Indiana. Levitt goes here. I guess it's musical chairs for quarterbacks, right? But there's some good ones moving all around. That's a big, big get for Lane Kiffin at LSU, don't you think?
Very solid get. Levitt was one of the highly touted quarterbacks in the transfer portal, had injuries, which ended his season early, and then he decided to bounce from Tempe before the season ended for Arizona State. But you knew he was going to have a strong landing spot, and it's with a Lane Kiffin.
All right, the other big quarterback news this morning was Dylan Raiola, the former Nebraska quarterback, announced that he is going to Oregon. So Oregon gets Dylan Raiola, and you're like, wait a minute, Dante Moore's gone? No, not yet. And I'm going to tell you, my money is on Dante Moore staying at Oregon. Isn't yours? After what happened, I know this draft isn't a strong draft, and so next year's draft is considered to be a more quarterback deep draft. So Dante Moore may go higher this year. And so maybe that goes into it because he's probably a top 3 pick, even though he's going to be way overdrafted there.
It also depends, too, with Raiola coming in, and we talked about the health there. Where does Oregon see him? Is this hey, he's coming in to just compete, or is he coming in and play right away? What does that mean for
Remember, he's
Dante
coming
Moore?
off that broken leg.
Yeah. So that's kind of the balance there. Is he comfortable sitting, getting healthy, and then taking over, which would be a pretty good scenario then for Oregon if you can run it back with Dante Moore next year. Because when you look at the draft, another big factor is Trinidad Chambliss and trying to get that extra year of eligibility back because he was denied it and he's going to sue.
You think Trinidad Chambliss goes ahead of Dante Moore?
I do.
Interesting. I'm not sure I do. I like Trinidad Chambliss a lot. So the deal with Raiola is he's got 2 years of eligibility left and has not used his red shirt. So if he plays behind Dante Moore, he can play in 4 games, keep his red shirt, and then still have 2 more years left in Oregon, if that's something that they want to do. So watch that one play out as well. Dan says, Micah John, that's what he calls Trevor Lawrence. Jeffrey and Juan Jose, yesterday was a chance for Trevor Lawrence to finally get a mini signature win. It just shows how hard it is in this league to get to the Elite Eight. Things change so quickly, there's no guarantee Jacksonville will be in the tournament next year. That's why you got to take advantage of your opportunities whenever you get them. I mean, you talked about it, right? You talk about it all the time.
That was incredibly frustrating if you're Jacksonville. You have a good team. It's been a phenomenal year. There's a great, insane turnaround from last year at home, and then you just see Josh Allen take over. And credit Josh Allen, because we talk about the pressure on quarterbacks and who needs to step up, do this or that. You knew how they were going to win the game, and he was able to do it. Like, you just have to figure out this guy can't beat you by himself, and he just did.
And he just did. Rod says, what just happened here, Jefferson? You don't expect the Lady Lobos turning for home to get out-kicked on Bob King Court by a 250 RPI opponent in Nevada. Is that what the net ranking was for Nevada? Was it like 250?
Yes, it was. That's 3 wins in a row for the Wolfpack now.
Wow. Okay, well, that's what happened. All right. Good stuff on a Monday. Thank you for being with us today. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show will be in at 1 o'clock. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas follows that at 4. Then you get the Texans and Steelers playoff football here on the Sports Animal. We're back tomorrow morning with Award Winning Radio. We will start at 7 a.m. Adrian, great work on the television side. Appreciate you always. He is JJ Buck. I am merely Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Safe travels to America's finest city tomorrow. JJ will be back with us on Wednesday. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.